Hey Art of Drumming community, it's Andy here, and it's once again time for a snare drum head comparison. And while we have done a comparison of Evans drum heads and a comparison of Remo drum heads, a lot of you guys out there asked for a comparison between the different drumhead brands. So here we are, and the first video we want to do to compare drumhead brands is with a single ply snare drum head. And we're gonna compare 4 brands. We have the Aquarian texture coated. Now pretty new on the market, something I'm pretty excited about just to find out what it sounds like and how good it works is the Code DNA coated. To get this out of the way, this is the only drum head that's crimped. So while with the other drum heads there's glue to fix the head to the rim, this one is crimped. Then the Evans G1 and the Ambassador coated. As I've just mentioned, the first difference you really can see is that the rims look different. You can also really tell them apart by how the coating feels. And that's especially crucial if you want to play brushes. And we'll come to that in a second. Because like the Evans G1 head is, let's say, yeah, it's the smoothest of them. And the Aquarian head is the roughest. But we'll have a back-to-back comparison of brush playing as well later on in this video. We're gonna have 4 sequences. The first one is without any processing. Second one is processed, only the snare played. Then we're gonna have a section with a groove, so you can hear the drum heads in a groove context, and then with brushes. It's gonna work the way that we're gonna go from head to head in each section, so you don't get to hear one head and then the second, you get to hear all of them afterwards, and then we switch to the next video sequence where it's the groove, for example. So you have the best possible direct comparison. Okay, so now that you've heard all 4 drum heads, here are some of my thoughts about those. First of all the drum heads work perfectly fine. They all sound good on the snare, and I think they will work in almost every musical scenario. No matter which head you choose, you're gonna get to a good snare sound. Now, of course, there are some specialties of every drum head. Now that the Remo's still on, let's start with the Remo. There is this glue thing where you need to apply some pressure when putting on the head so the glue opens up and you hear those crackling noises all the time. This is something to really keep in mind when you put on a Remo drum head, because if you don't, it will not sit very evenly, and when the glue opens up later on, you might have to retune. So apply some pressure when putting on the drum head. You don't have to do this with the other brands. Evans, for example, they have the Evans 360 technology, and you really see when you put on the drum head how nice it sits and how easy it's centered on your drum. Coat drum heads, obviously the first thing you'll notice is the price. The drum head works perfectly fine on a snare, it sounds good. The only thing I really can't tell you about is the durability. So if you have experience with coat drum heads, how they keep up, about their durability, how long they will withstand your heavy beating, let us know in the comments. Aquarium drum heads, one thing I've noticed is, first, I have the feeling they're pretty easy to tune, but one thing that concerned me a little when I put it on the snare is that it's very tight. If you have an oversized drum shell, the aquarium head might not fit. All in all, once again, all of those drum heads will work on your snare drum. It's once again down to your personal taste, which one you prefer and which one you're gonna use. Now, which of those drum heads would you prefer and what drum head do you play yourself? Let us know in the comments, just share all your thoughts about snare drum heads, and hit subscribe, hit like, hit the bell, and I hope to see you in one of our next videos.